It's beginning to look, and for the players on the field, feel like real football once again. Thanks for logging on to Bonfire Sports. Appreciate all the support, subscriptions, views that we have seen here on the channel over the last number of days. Check out BonfireSports.ca if you haven't yet. You'll find everything you need there. Today was the first real practice in pads with contact for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Similar to the other 8 CFL franchises, Winnipeg taking the cautious approach, and the first 4 days here in Winnipeg, easing those players into regular football activity and really focusing on fitness, conditioning, and monitoring their health in the early going. It's been a long layoff, nearly 20 full months since the Blue Bombers were Grey Cup champions, and they actually were in real football shape. But with today's first full padded practice, we got a first look at the offense versus the defense, and in particular, some of those critical position battles we're monitoring here on Bonfire Sports, and that's at receiver, some of those young guys pushing some of the veterans, some new faces we're seeing that have been Blue Bombers before, but maybe not been super involved on the field. Charles Nelson, Janarian Grant, big-time kick returners, both of those guys, but now starting to catch passes and run with the receivers, so it's a positive indication there. As far as the defensive backs, nearly 20 who have never played in the CFL, either Canadian rookies or Americans, and those guys are looking forward, no doubt, to competing against these receivers and trying to stand out amongst a very crowded defensive backfield of rookies. One of those receivers that's really stood out to me, and I've mentioned this earlier, and that's former NFLer, Chicago Bear, and New Orleans Saint, Cam Meredith. He's legit. Has that NFL body type and speed, very fluid and smooth in his route running. But he was a non-participant on day 5 at Blue Bombers training camp, unfortunately. Mike 𝘽𝙤𝙤 says nothing serious there. We'll keep an eye on him. Now, offensive lineman, starting center Michael Couture has missed the last 2 days of camp, watching on in a ball cap and a mask, of course, but Mike 𝘽𝙤𝙤 saying his starting center is good to go, so positive news there for the offensive line. One note, an American rookie, Dino Boyd, on the offensive line. He went down with something in his lower body today, looked like a leg injury. He was up, putting pressure on both of his legs, so we'll monitor him. As Chris Walby always says, you can't make the club from the tub. These guys need to ensure that their bodies are where they need to be so they can be on the field competing and looking to lock down a roster spot. But when it comes to the physical health of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, all of the focus right now is in the running back room, and that's with Andrew Harris, who was a full participant on the first few days of camp, left early on day 3, and now he's been a non-participant on day 4 and 5. Mike 𝘽𝙤𝙤 wanted to be perfectly clear on the health of Andrew Harris. If he needed Harris to practice, he would ask him to practice, and he would be on the field. But as of right now, they're going to take a couple weeks for Harris to ensure his body is where it needs to be when it matters, and that's in August for week 1 and kickoff against the Hamilton Tiger Cats, a Grey Cup rematch, August 5th, here in Winnipeg at IG Field. Now, TSN Sarah Orlesky reported some great news today. The Blue Bombers and the city of Winnipeg, province of Manitoba, expecting full capacity to be allowed at IG Field for that season opener on August 5th. 100% of those seats will be sold. So great news there. Great work by Sarah to get that out, because a lot of people are hoping to be in the stands. You will need to be double vaccinated. The Blue Bombers have been clear with that, but still details will emerge on that game on August 5th. I really wonder if they're going to put up that championship banner. Be a little bit of salt in the wound for those Ticats having to watch that from the sideline. But going to be a celebration on August 5th either way. So with Harris taking some time away from on-field activities, we look at Johnny Augustine, who's dealing with something. Not sure how long he's going to be, but it's going to be a little while. So it leaves the Blue Bombers running back field a little bit thin. You've got Winnipegger and fellow Oak Park grad in Brady Oliveira, as well as 2021 draft pick Kyle Borsa. Now, when it comes to Oliveira, part of that Oak Park Winnipeg crew, along with Harris and Nic Demski, of course, it's been really his show here in the early going. He's been working with the first team offense and getting all those reps, taking handoffs from quarterback Zach Collaros. Inside the locker room, well, Brady Oliveira says they're starting to call him like little Andrew, of course, and that he's kind of like cousins with Andrew Harris, and really looks to him as a veteran and a leader, and Brady Oliveira, kind of like a protege to the veteran Andrew Harris. A great relationship growing there. Brady Oliveira has been clear that he has a great running back coach in first-year assistant here in Winnipeg, Pete Costanza, but Andrew Harris like a second running back coach. And for Oliveira, in talking about Andrew Harris, has never encountered anybody with the football IQ and knowledge that Harris had. But for Oliveira, a 2019 draft pick, his 2019 season was halted short because of a nasty broken leg at the bottom of a pile, of tacklers. And, really, that hunger is real in Brady Oliveira's belly. I caught up with him following day 5 of camp. You and I talked about, how tough that injury was, just for your psyche in your rookie season, your first year in pro football. What did you learn in that happening in your rookie year, and then the type of strange, challenging year 2020 was, and, there being no football at all?
Yeah, obviously we've chatted about this, and, I just think, you're by yourself for lots of that time. Guys are on the field and you're in the, in the therapy room and you're rehabbing by yourself. You're in the gym working out by yourself, and people don't see that, right? That's all behind the scenes. And I was putting so much work in, and lots of, dark days, but I have, great support, just in this locker room, and just, me being from Winnipeg, all my, family and friends here. But yeah, I think, with that whole injury, you never know when, football is going to end for you, right? Like, you never know when your last game is going to be. And I think, with the 2020, season being canceled, is when my mental really shifted that, I don't want to be, known just as a football player. I'm way more than a football player. And I think, how my mindset shifted from that, in 2020, I took, 2 trips out west to the mountains, and one with my dogs. And I think just being out there and being in nature really kind of shifted my perspective and mindset of just life in general and life after football, and knowing that, there's so much more to me. But at the end of the day, this is my love and my joy and my passion. And when I go onto the field, I'm going to give it my all. But at the end of the day, we never know when football is going to end for us. So there's so much more, and so much more that you can, do rather than playing football and impact so many lives. So I think more so just, being more open-minded, and is what that injury really, helped me and how I grew. And now my mental is just so much better being on the field now. I'm just, way more calm and relaxed. And, if people make mistakes, we make mistakes, and just, build from that and learn from it and go back out there.
Nic Demski, who you've been working out with for the last 3 or 4 months, says that your hunger is through the roof. That mindset you talk about, is that the reason why you showed up to camp? You say you're faster and leaner and stronger. Tell me about that hunger and your prep even before camp started.
Me being from Winnipeg, I just, not necessarily that I want to prove to people. I want to prove to myself that I belong here. And I know I do. That's why I know, the club brought me in for a reason. And, I just want to go out there and give it my all. And, when my opportunity's called, when my name's called, I want to go out there. I want to be that guy. And, that's why I put so much into this, because, when I go out there, I want to be the best on the field. And I never want to, just walk through this stuff and not give it my all. I'm a pro athlete. I'm going to, act like a pro. That's why, I make sure I sleep 8 hours a day. I follow like a plant-based / vegetarian diet. I make sure, I'm putting proper foods into my body, just getting in all my workouts, just doing everything right. So that, now that we're in training camp, it gave me the best possible, option to, when I'm out there, I'm prepared, and I know that in my mind that I'm prepared. So
he's come prepared. That's for sure. I mean, he's getting a lot of reps now, because we're, a little thin right there. So their reps have sort of doubled up, and I mean, I'm sure he likes it. It's certainly going to bode well for him, for his learning curve. That's for sure.
Where's his hunger level at that you can gauge from him?
Through the roof, man. I can't even put a mark on it. He's hungry, he's ready to go. And, he's young. He's a big back. He has, as I said, he's a physical specimen. So, the potential's through the roof, and he knows that. And, he's been doing a good job just picking the older guys' brains and picking Andrew's brain, and just, the IQ's coming along. So I'm excited to see what he does.
Like I said, back when, 2020 was canceled, I didn't take no time off, just because, coming off that injury, I want this. I want to go on the field and I want to, be successful. I want to, do my job, and I want to make my teammates and, all the coaches here and my city proud. So the hunger, itching, man. I'm itching to get back in the field. I want to just go out there and I want to run through someone. I want to just do my job and execute and make big plays and celebrate with my teammates. So, but yeah, me and Demski been getting it in, in the cold winters here and still grinding in the gym here and to make us prepared for training camp like we are right now.